at the tournament last week and winning three or four. Some thoughts after the first week of play, seeing your gals back on the volleyball court.
Well, the weekend most definitely was a huge success overall. Going 3-1 in our first tournament, playing 4 matches in 2 days. It was a long and exhausting weekend. We started out with Academy of Art on Friday, and came out definitely. The nerves were very apparent on our, considering it was our first match. But what impressed me the most was how quickly the nerves went away. I think we were down 19-8 or something like that in the first set, and we just went, okay, we're over it now. We're going to start playing volleyball, and we actually ended up coming back and getting momentum. And it was a back and forth match. We went on to win it in 5 games. 32-30 we won in the 4th. That was a long set. Then played right after that. We played Cal Baptist and came out. I wasn't sure how we were going to respond after the match, after the long 5-set match, but we came out and actually played probably one of the best sets. Was the first set against Cal Baptist. We came out very strong and ended up beating them in 4. And then going on to Saturday, the Carson Newman match was another long 5-set battle that we lost. Carson Newman, though, was a very strong team, very balanced. They were bigger than we were. They were athletic. Their setting was very, very good. And so I was still proud of the girls at how well we played against them. And then we ended up the Saturday evening beating Notre Dame in 3, which I felt like we should have done. And so overall, like I said, it was a huge success. Felt really good about how the girls played. I felt good about their fitness level because that was definitely tested. And there's a few areas that we want to work on this week to get better and get on to the conference. So,
after winning 3 or 4, how do you keep the gals the focus after 1 week? Well, that is good that you guys just continue to improve as you guys get closer to that conference play.
Well, once again, I think I mentioned it last week, our returning group knows what to expect, and they are. I don't think there's an individual that played last year that feels like we're as good as we need to be, and so once again, not just myself saying it, but the returning girls that are saying this isn't good enough, we need to fine tune certain areas, we need to continue to improve, we need to continue to get better. I think the Carson Newman match was pretty close to the level that we're going to be competing in within the conference as far as the top part of our conference, and so they get that we need to keep working hard and keep improving.
So a lot of matches, 4 in 2 days.
Mm-hmm.
Talk about the pluses as well. You get to see plenty of what your team has to offer. It's not like playing 1 or 2 matches, but you get to play 4 in the first week, and you get to see a lot of your team.
Yeah, and they showed a lot of mental toughness over the course of the weekend because it was up and down, and it was physically exhausting, which can then drain you mentally, but they used the toughness that they had mentally to get through the physical struggles that we were going through. We played 9 straight sets basically on Friday, I'm sorry. We, 5 games, and then we ran in the locker room, had a quick snack, and ran back out, flipped the coin, and got back to playing, So the resiliency, the mental toughness that they showed over the course of the weekend was very impressive to me.
So you got another event going down, to the Bay, or actually this is
Monterey. Monterey and East Bay.
Okay, Monterey. So actually it's conference plays here.
Conference play is here.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay. For some reason I thought it was another, but
no. And this year we've only got the 1 preseason weekend.
Okay.
So.
So here we are in conference play, and tell me a little bit about Monterey and how you're preparing for the opener.
Well, Monterey is a very good team. They're a team that we battled with last year. We lost in 4, and then we lost in 5 the second time at our place. And they're bringing back 2 very good outside hitters. They were league leaders all last year in kills per set, and then their setter, their libero, they had a very good freshman middle last year who's returning. So they're a well-balanced, good team who went down to a tournament last weekend and went 0-4. Which I think is only going to increase their level of motivation and their level of hunger that they're going to have to want to beat us at their home opener on this coming Friday. So we always kind of prepare by focusing on improving our own selves. Of course we talk about tendencies and who we have to focus on stopping, but what we really do is fine tune, like I said, a few of the areas that we felt were slightly exposed over the course of last weekend, work on those things, and get ready to go this weekend.
All right, Coach, you already played 2 5-set matches, and do you feel all those back and forth, the way it goes back and forth really benefits you as a team going forward, especially since you have such a tough conference going forward?
Well, yeah, I mean, we wanted to go down last weekend and be challenged, you know, I mean, because that is what happens every single night in our conference. So I think definitely it benefited, you know, I told the girls that. I said, obviously, I didn't hope to go 5 games. But I said, you know, in retrospect, I think it will have benefited us over the course of, you know, in the long run, because we were able to show that we can come back from a loss and bounce right back and win. And like I said earlier, mental toughness, resiliency was demonstrated early on last weekend, and so we're ready to move on.
And I haven't seen you guys in action in basically almost a year. What part of your team has improved the most to kind of give you confidence that this year will be more successful than the last year?
Well, we have a lot more balance this year offensively. We have, you know, we had 3 great pin hitters last year, and Simone Hayden and Ashley Owen and Caitlin Dunaway, but they had to basically carry the load for us. We've really upgraded in the middle blocking position. We're much better there. We transfer Nicole Bewley is incredibly athletic, and she's doing a lot for us, as well as in the libero position. We have Catherine Riffalato, who returned after her injury last year. She's from Colorado, and she had a great weekend. She didn't come off the court in 17 sets after an ACL repair, and she looked great, you know, and I asked her how she was doing. She said, I felt fine. So we've, you know, the returning players are a year older, or a year more experienced, and then we upgrade in a couple other areas. So.
And I want to ask about the center position. Last year, Sam Sieber, we called her the glue because she seemed to be in the middle of everything and made every play work. How do you go about replacing a senior who meant so much to your team, especially at such an important position like that?
Well, that's never easy to do, but fortunately we had one setter, her backup setter last year was Erin Mitchell, who was a junior and who had a lot of experience playing at the collegiate level, and she's one of our team captains this year, and so she's doing a great job. Catherine Riffalato is chipping in the setting position, and we also have 2 freshmen. So our setting position is much more much deeper this year, and it's coming along very well.